After 9/11, the manufacturers made a decision that the flight deck door would become reinforced to prevent persons from the passenger cabin entering the flight deck. In order to do this, what they've done is they've re-engineered the fixings around the door. The door itself is now manufactured out of a much tougher material. It's Kevlar based. And in order to control the door, they then have an electronic mechanism. So we've got something outside, and we've got the controls, the master controls for this aircraft, for the door itself, on the inside. So on a normal everyday type experience, as the flight crew would turn up to the aircraft, the door would normally be closed. They would then enter in a code into a PIN device that's adjacent to the door. This would then initially unlock the door. They'd enter the aircraft and they would then go to work. If at a later point somebody else wished to enter the flight deck, so for instance maybe a member of the cabin team were bringing the flight crew some refreshments, they first of all would telephone using an intercom system to the flight deck to make them aware that they are immediately outside the door. And at this point, the flight crew would then use the button in a centre pedestal, which is the button that's between the two flight deck members, and they would move it from the normal position to the unlock position, which unlocks the door. The flight person outside the door would then enter, shutting the door behind them. If we start with the speed, this controls the airspeed of the aircraft, so we can increase or decrease that. The heading, this gives us the magnetic track in which way the direction of the aircraft wishes to follow. The altitude, this tells you how high you want to fly. So if we want to go a little bit higher, we can increase, or a little bit lower, we can decrease that. And the last one is the vertical speed. So if we're in flight and we wish to make the aircraft either rise or descend at a given rate, then what we can do is we can rotate this particular knob to a given value and then press to capture.